morning. We're back. It is only -4 degrees this morning on
Weather
Wednesday.
update.
Wednesday, March, I don't know, what, 29th? I think. Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yep.
The snow is actually melting a little bit. Parking lot still has huge piles, but we're getting there. I can see grass on my front lawn, so that's a bonus. So
That's nice.
I live on the side of the street with their sun, so
That's good.
we're on the good side of the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're here to show you some new things we've been knitting, some new yarns that have just come out, that are coming out, and to talk about our upcoming Advent pre-order release day, which is April 1st on Saturday morning.
We're Polka Dot Creek, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, oops, yep.
I'm Shelly. I think you know that.
See,
I'm Melissa.
I'm Krista.
We
I'm
all
wearing my
work
shirt.
at Polka Dot Creek.
Wearing my fancy sweater today. My mom made me, so yeah. We all are the dyers.
pink.
Yes. You can't see our walls, but they're all pink back there too. Yeah, we're the dyers of Polka Dot Creek. We usually dye 2 to 3 days a week. We dye a whole bunch of yarn and then spend the rest of the week twisting, labeling, rescanning, all the good
Prepping the
stuff.
next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Label,
are
prep,
very
et cetera, et
efficient, so
cetera.
we can get a lot of stuff done in those 2 or 3 days. So
Got a very good system going.
we do.
The dyeing is way faster than everything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the fun part than everything else.
Kind
too.
of
Yeah.
is.
We make everyone else do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, no, we have
We work very hard.
really hard job.
So we are sitting in the front. The front half of the studio is a yarn store, and then the back half is our dye studio in the back. So we usually sit out here because it's nice and you can see the pretty yarn, and the sun is not shining weird today, so we're good. We can sit here. So where should we start? Maybe this finished
No,
object
you got a
you're
whole
wearing?
mountain of stuff in front of
Yes,
us.
we have a yarn mountain.
Yes, I
do
have
have a
an FO today.
It's beautiful.
This is my This is the Novice cardigan by Petite Knit. I blocked it yesterday and stood there with a blow dryer for like an hour and a half trying to get it ready for today, and then left it in front of the furnace vents overnight. Yeah, this is spicy mustard in fingering and mohair held together, and it turned out quite nice. My
beautiful, yeah.
one thing that I don't like about it is that it's a novice cardigan, so it's meant for a beginner who hasn't done a cardigan before. So it doesn't have raglan increases, it just has like a series of increases like every so often. And there's 4 in this size. I did the smallest size, and the 4th one I could have done without. So you can kind of see like it goes and then it kind of ruffles out there. So I didn't need that increase, so the sleeves are a little bit big there, but
It's great.
If you wouldn't have pointed that
very
out, we wouldn't have.
No, I wouldn't have
cozy.
noticed.
I don't have buttons on it yet. I just pulled this off of the shelf to find some buttons to put on, and
We have big jars of buttons.
yes,
Yeah.
it's very, very cozy. So
Those ones will be a really nice match, actually.
yeah,
It's a good
they're
color.
Yeah,
perfect.
that's sweet. Spot on.
Do you have an FO for us?
Yeah, I have a couple. So I made this a couple weeks ago. It's called Under the Canopy by Andrea Rangel. Hope I'm
Oh,
saying her
it's
name
so
right.
pretty.
And it's still wet because blocking it 4 layers of DK takes forever to dry, but it is really pretty. So I used my contrast color is Paradise and gray for my main color.
Pretty.
And is DK weight, you said?
It's DK, yeah. Yeah, but like often a cowl doesn't. I don't like the way they fit. I feel like they're gappy and like they drape funny or whatever. This is another one that fits really nice. I really like it. So I've worn it a few times before I blocked it.
That's okay.
And you were saying that the pattern was written really smart.
It was written so smart.
Oh,
The
yeah.
charts were like, I've never seen a chart like this where it kind of gives you numbers within the chart so you don't have to count individual squares. Like, if you're going to do 4 gray ones and then 6 of your contrast or whatever, it'll put it, there's a little 4 and a little 6 in the chart. So as you're reading it, you don't have to go
That
1, 2,
is
3, 4.
so
Okay, now 1, 2,
smart.
3, 4. It made it so pleasurable to work the charts. It was, yeah.
That's amazing.
I've never seen that before. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
So yes.
I could get behind that for sure.
Yeah, like it sped up the chart work and it made it just so much less stressful when you're like, oh no, where was I?
And sometimes like you print the pattern and you can't see the little
Yeah, you can't.
lines between the squares in the graphs. You're like, how many is that?
Yeah. And you're like knitting and then you're like,
Yeah, or if you're
Yeah.
like me, you're not always sitting nicely in your knitting
That's how
chair
I
with
am,
everything in front of you, and
Mhm.
you're like, sometimes I'm,
yeah.
In bleachers at a field house or an arena, and I'm
Doing
like
color
kind
work?
of on my on my
Yeah.
lap or whatever. I don't pay that much attention to practices.
Next level.
I'm there. Okay, I'm there.
Or like that hour before a game actually even starts, when you're just
Yeah.
So or you're sometimes I'm in the car or whatever, and you're kind of balancing stuff, and it makes it such a pain to follow a chart. But not this. It was great.
Yeah, it looks great too.
And
I do
then-
not take color work out of the house.
The only other FO I have is just a few podcasts
Yeah.
ago, I was making these little backpacks for my nieces. So I have 3 little nieces. I have 3 big nieces, but I don't think they're interested in these little backpacks. They're
I would be.
teenagers. But my little ones picked their yarn, I made them their bags, and they're all done now. So I don't know, I guess they'll be Easter presents at this point.
Hey,
but-
that's good.
yeah, they're the little Lennox backpacks, and they're so cute. I just like,
Aw.
Look
it's
at
a
that.
reversible fabric, so this one gets the fabric with the bubbles out. This one, they picked their own strap colors and everything. Gets the fabric with like the X pattern
Scales, yeah.
out.
Mermaid scales.
And this was bubbles out too, just because.
Oh, I love that too.
Oh, it's so cute.
Anyway, yeah. This is Polka Dotty Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks pinky.
I was just about to ask. I'm like, what is that?
Oh, I guess the
It was-
polka dotted
it
Christmas
was
is
pinky,
did have
yeah.
more pink in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And the ballerina.
Wow. That's
Oh,
pretty.
those are
I love
so
them.
cute.
They're really cute. They're a simple
And these
little thing
purple
there.
ones were,
That was a one of a kind.
yeah, kind of a leftover dye. Let's play around one day.
Experimentation
Yeah.
day.
Did you have fun doing all that I-cord?
No, I did not. I really didn't. It's a 7-stitch I-cord,
7.
and each
That's a lot too.
each bag has 2 straps. Each strap is 28 inches long
Oh.
for the smallest size bag, which is what these are.
You are a good auntie.
And then Shelly told me after I finished that she bought an I-cord maker.
I got it on
You
Amazon. It's not 7. It would be small though, so it's not a 7-stitch. I don't know. I haven't opened the package, but I got it yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, I finished," and I was like,
Well, so I got this thing. Really?
How many stitches does it do?
Probably 3,
5, I think.
up to 5.
Yeah, you could have used
I
that.
could have gotten away with it
Yeah.
probably, but yeah, the straps were kind of a drag, but the pattern itself was like addicting.
It's like a little crank one too, and it comes
Yeah.
out the bottom. I think I saw it
Actually,
on the
don't-
Instagram ad.
I just don't mind doing I-cord that much. I
I
find
don't
it
like it.
really satisfying how you can do like millions of inches really fast because it's only a few
Yeah.
stitches.
But
The 7-stitch is a little fussier because you got to make sure you pull it across
yeah,
Yeah.
extra
It's a little
tight
bit
for those
wider.
first few stitches, so you have to be
Yeah.
a little more careful, which is why it was kind of whatever. But I just did it like while I was telling Shelly, like I was doing baking and stuff at home, and while I was waiting for a timer to go, I had it sitting on the counter, so I'd do a few.
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my oven would beep and I'd whatever. So that didn't make it feel quite so terrible having to just sit there and be like, what? It's only 10 inches long. I have
Yeah.
18 more inches to go. So anyway, no, it was good. And they're really cute. So
We saw a video of someone with a circular sock machine doing I-cord on it
Oh
once.
yeah.
Oh,
I've seen
really?
They
that.
took
That's
all
true.
the other needles out and just had like 3 or 4, however many stitches
I
they
have
were
a
doing.
big I-cord machine already.
It's like, yes, exactly. So it just knits those, and then it carries the yarn all the way around and knits
Right.
those and carries it all the way around. So
oh, interesting. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't tried it, but
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
taking all those needles out is a pain in the butt.
No.
Yeah, for what it's worth. Yeah.
No.
Just knit the
I did it
I-cord.
like a month ago. I took everything apart and cleaned it all really good.
Does it still work?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
took a bit.
Yeah, it took us.
Yeah, it took a few hours to get it
We
back
fought with
together.
it for a while to get it
and,
back together.
The gauge set up good and everything. Yeah. I have an FO.
What?
I never do, but I do, and it's special because it's Krista's birthday present.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
What is that
And-
bag, first of all?
Yeah,
It comes in this bag too, so this is also a birthday present.
What?
Oh my god.
I
love that bag.
I had a big obsession with Fringe Supply Co.
Yes.
back in the day.
They
and I
don't
have
make
several.
They don't make bags anymore.
No.
Don't try to buy one.
I have several, and I know yellow is one of her favorite colors.
Oh, that is
and this is
so
brand new. I
good.
never used it. I just have them all like on display because I love them.
Oh my god!
There's an
I
FO
feel
in here
special.
that I knit start to finish in like 9 days.
You did not.
Sure did.
What the heck?
I
How
let
did
you
keep
open
this
it.
so secret?
I know. It's been
I'm
hard.
so impressed. Oh my god.
Her birthday's Monday.
Okay. I saw something in your
No,
stories
you did?
at one point, and I was like, "Is she making
I was.
a Sophie shawl?"
Ooh, a shawl, not even the scarf?
No, the shawl.
It's the big one.
It took my
my
entire
God.
living room to block it.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's
Oh
so
my
long.
god, Shelly.
Look, I'll give you a close up.
Whoa.
It's so
What
long.
color is
so,
it?
yeah, what is
It's
it?
special.
I'll
This
say.
is the Pink Friday colorway that we did special.
No way.
Tinker.
So for Black Friday last year, we dyed up special colorways that you could only get depending on how much money you spent at our store during Pink Friday event. So we did mini bouquets. We did a 50-gram sock set and then a 100-gram sock set with 2 minis. So this was the 100-gram skein, and I held it double with antique mauve
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
because it's also one of our favorite colors. And it's kind of hard to tell what the yarn actually looks like, but it's kind of
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
a light pink, and it has darker pink speckles and I think espresso speckles and yeah. Anyways, you can
There are a
sort of
couple
see
left
them.
over, and we keep asking her
Like,
when
what
we can
what's
have them.
going on
No,
with these?
now you have this
here?
one.
Well, I don't have it yet.
Oh,
August.
thank
I gotta
you,
get working on
Shelly.
it. So it's very, 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 very long.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's
Very,
going to be
very,
so nice and squishy.
Uh-huh.
It was a lot of knitting,
It is a lot of knitting.
but it was easy knitting, right?
Super easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
For
you.
your birthday, and I saved you the.
Oh, the
Yeah, but it
leftovers, they
fell.
fell out.
You get the leftovers too?
I got the leftovers.
Yes.
I don't know what
So
happened.
here you can kind of see,
Yeah,
sort of. with
it's the medium size. So it's the Sophie shawl
Yeah.
by Petite knitter.
Petite knit.
Yeah.
Knit. And so when you get to the halfway point, you can weigh your balls and see where you're at, and make sure you have enough. Or if you can keep going to the larger size, but I didn't think I'd have enough for the large size, so I just did the medium. So
So I'm gonna wear it immediately.
Whenever I weigh
wrap
anything,
it.
Oh, that looks so good. Whenever I weigh anything on my I got like a little kitchen scale or whatever for weighing my yarn. My husband always says, "Oh, you're getting your weed scale out. You're gonna weigh your
Yeah.
weed now."
Yeah.
That's also what my children tell me. So
Yeah, like you can't weigh anything other than weed on a kitchen scale. I don't know.
My daughter's friends would come in and ask what I was cooking in the crock pots every time I was dyeing yarn at home. Like,
Oh yeah.
what are we cooking today?
What kind of noodles are those?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. mhm.
Oh man, that looks so good.
So I wanted to save it. We're having a little birthday lunch tomorrow.
We are.
Surprise. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. But we're podcasting today, so I had to show it because I never have FOs.
I'm so spoiled.
And everyone can wish happy birthday to Krista. So, yay!
We
Forgot
won't sing
her
on
birthday
here.
on
We
Monday,
can do
so
that.
thanks for that reminder.
So yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we don't need to sing. That's fine.
Good FO, Shelly.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
excellent. Thank you very
Might
much.
be the only one this year.
That was extra special then.
Well, every once in a while you have socks.
Yeah, I have a sock whip. It's my husband's birthday in a couple weeks. So I cranked it to.
Ooh.
Oh, I got stuff all over here. Of our Spider-Man.
Spidey. No, it's called
Peter.
Peter.
So we don't get in trouble. So I have toes on him. So I separated it. This is. Sorry. Oh, sorry. This is one
How many
skein.
needles do you have?
I was doing a tandem. This is one skein. So I separated it into 2 socks and I put the toes on so far.
Do you do the toes after you separate it?
Yes. I saw that you don't.
I always put the toes
But
on
I-
the ends and then separate
That
them.
was cool. I saw
Yeah.
that was cool.
I actually
But
do
I,
the toes and the heels and then separate them.
Do you make sure they match though?
Probably.
'Cause I was making sure they match.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of. The problem is we have a skinny stripe here that we cut in half. Well, a full stripe that we cut in half for 2 skinny stripes.
Yeah.
So they go the opposite way.
Oh, yeah.
right,
But I don't
yeah.
think he cares really. I mean, they match good enough.
He may
He
never
does
notice.
not care, I guarantee.
And I have the heel. This is from where my heel's gonna go. After that heel, and then I'm gonna put the cuff on top of here because he likes them long. So yes, and he loves his Montreal socks that I showed a podcast or 2 ago. He wears them all the time. So
These are also sort of Montreal-y. Not like
Yeah, that's
traditionally, but same
kind of.
colors.
I noticed that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh boy, you
Yeah.
sure have a lot of red, white, and blue socks. But
Mm-hmm.
and I got him a pair of Winnipeg Jets, and they're like red, white, and blue, and gray too.
And that's charcoal, the toes?
Yes, the charcoal. Yes. So we made sure we stocked up all our superheroes, and we have a new superhero. So this is the
He's a villain.
Spider-Man that I was doing. It's called Peter. For I don't know what kind of purposes, so we don't get in trouble from Marvel, DC. Who is it?
Copyright
It's a
reason.
theoretical superhero.
Yeah. We have Bruce, which is Batman.
That color is amazing knit up.
It
I made
is.
it for
It's one of
my,
our top sellers, actually.
It's
I
a
made
good
some
one.
socks. We don't have it here. I made some socks out of that one for my son, and it's so good.
Here's
I thought I
Batman.
saw you lay it down, yeah.
There's the Bruce one.
It's like the perfect retro Batman. It is so
Yeah, that's kind of what we were
good.
going for. Yeah. That's the Peter Spider-Man. We have Superman, which is Clark. And it looks like this.
It's really good.
And our new one this year is Joker. And it comes with a charcoal mini.
Are we calling it Joker?
Oh, what's his name? Does he have a name?
I have no idea what Joker's name is.
I was going to look that up. I forgot. I
don't
haven't
have a
made the
clue.
labels and stuff yet, but it'll be available later this afternoon or tomorrow. But that's what it's going to be. So those are our superheroes. We're also
Probably
working
Bob
on
or
all Bob. Ron. We're also working on all of our Star Wars colors, bringing them back. For
The
May
Joker's
4th.
name is Jack Oswald White.
Jack White?
Jack Oswald White.
Okay, so this will be called Jack then. If you're looking for this, and then after you see this video. So we have a Star Wars collection we brought out. We started last year for May the 4th, and we have every guy almost done. We just have to do Darth Vader today, and then we'll have all of them in stocks again. So watch for those. We have some really pretty spring colors. I think I showed these last podcast, but
Did we have that one last podcast?
The Easter bouquet?
this, I don't know if we
I
had
don't
this.
think we
think we
did.
did.
No.
Just the Easter basket sock colorway, which is this one.
Yeah. That I think.
Well, this is an FO. I finished the other one. I showed this last one. With the bag. Here's our Easter basket mini bouquet. These are definitely one of a kind. We can't make these again because we were doing another experiment day.
Mm-hmm.
When we were dyeing all of our we were restocking our signature colorways. We used a lot of the leftover dyes and made them into pastels. And yeah, they're really pretty. They turned out
This
really nice.
color just blows my socks off.
It's so
one.
perfect.
Like, I need
a
a
pastel
whole
neon?
entire sweater quantity of that, which we can't reproduce.
We have no idea how to make.
I mean, we could try, but it might take a few
You're gonna need a
attempts.
lot of minis.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a lot of those bouquets.
Yeah.
And then we have, last year we did this one. It's called Tulip Festival. It's a spring colorway. This one? That one there. We have Easter eggs back again. This one. That one.
That one usually sells really well too.
And yeah, this is our new
So
one for
pretty.
this year, the Easter basket one.
The one
Those
that
socks.
is back there.
Another fun color we did for spring is sugar cookie. It's bright, cheerful, and speckly, so that's fun. It's kind
Do
of
we have
like,
a regular sugar cookie here?
no.
or anywhere?
Yeah,
Are there
I
some
think-
on the?
Oh yes, right there. The speckled one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sugar cookie is one of our best colors.
For good
This
reason.
is our regular sugar cookie colorway, speckled, and so the self-striping is just all the colors of the speckles.
Yeah.
And it is the best color if you ever want to hold something double with something else to make decay or whatever. That is the best color to hold with any color, and it's just gives you little pops of color when you hit a speckle, and then it's kind of neutral, so it doesn't take over the project. It just adds a little something to it. So we love it. And this one is Tundra. It is. It's actually we have a couple left from our festival in January, so it's kind of a fun spring color. Did I bring it? Oh yes, here it is. Where's the black bunny? Oh, I think he's up and sitting up on our. Oh,
Got
I'm
it.
gonna turn
Good
myself.
timing. You can go to.
Sitting up on the cube. So yeah, this is Tundra. You can get this in our store still. There's a few left. This is our new color, Indigo. It's really nice. You can get it with a bag that my mom made or on its own. We have a couple left, so just let you know.
You guys, look at this little bunny.
It's so cute.
So that was sugar cookie mohair, right?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the bottom part. I think the top part was vintage, maybe,
I'm not sure.
because it's a little bit pink. But like,
It might be that mohair. Remember we dyed that mohair, and it was really light pink, like
yeah,
the blush.
like a blush.
yeah,
Yeah.
This was made from our friend Heike.
it's
Texas?
so
I
sweet.
think she's in Texas.
But I think she
She
held,
visits one every once in a while.
I think she held natural together with sugar cookie mohair. But that just gives you sort of an example of
Sugar cookie mohair is the best.
so cute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another thing that we also restocked was our colorways. We haven't done them for a while, but this one is Jessie.
There
we are
there.
Jessie. So we picked our own 4 colors and made self-striping, and then we have a mini. So that's Jessie. Melissa.
Melissa likes bright colors.
This is how we got
Such a
that
good one.
Easter bouquet. That light green she was
Yeah.
talking about. This light green here.
Yeah, that's like a way diluted down version of
That
this
limeade.
limeade.
Yeah. Way diluted.
Wait,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a hint of color left in the jar, and we filled it up. So that's Melissa. We have Krista.
This one also is a major bestseller.
Really
It's
good.
so good.
We have mine. Pinks. All my favorites.
That one too goes like hotcakes.
We
Yeah.
sell them a lot. And we have a new one for Susan because one of the colors in her stripe, this was her old color.
Oh yeah, this is totally different.
Completely
This is
different.
nowhere near
This
it.
used to be Susan. But this toffee color was kind of hard to get for a while. It's been reformulated a few times. It's not coming out the same. We
Yeah.
have a kind of a formula that we mix to get it, but we don't love it. So it
It's a
just
bit of a
looks
problem
gross.
color. Yeah.
So this used to be Susan. We have Susan 2.0.
And that just didn't represent Susan.
Not
at
I
at
don't
all,
think so
yeah. Like,
either.
she picked that, but that's not.
I know she loves that dark forest color, but
She does like the green. Yeah.
kapow. This is more like
Boom!
Yeah.
She loves
That
blues
says
and purples and
Susan.
pinks. So
Yeah.
And speckles.
and speckles.
Yeah.
So she is the first one to get a speckled stripe in her colorway. So.
Yeah, so now all the rest of us are like, why does Susan get a speckled stripe? Why don't we get a
fair.
speckled stripe?
So Susan will be available soon too. I just have to get them listed on the website, but we just got their samples cranked and ready to go. So it'll be on my to-do list. The pile's getting smaller.
Well, we're just moving the piles around.
Pile of stuff to show still. It's getting smaller.
Do you have any whips? Anything else to show?
I do.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
I added a few squares to my Cozy Memories blanket.
Oh,
Which
good.
seems to be quite the hit on the internet. My Cozy
awesome.
Memories blanket.
On the internets.
The
The World Wide Web.
Oh, it's
Oh
nice.
boy. I got needles in it right now, so that's going to make it more difficult. I think I showed my coffee shop socks
Yeah.
last
Yes.
time. So I added coffee shop. As a refresher, I'm holding fingering held together like 2 strands of fingering when always one strand is gray and the other strand is just whatever scrap I'm putting in. So this is Coffee Shop Self-Striping. And
That one's fun. I love that one.
this is not Polka Dot Creek. This was from Yarn Inc. Advent. And then this is Spicy Mustard from my cardigan. I just did this one last night. So with my Spicy Mustard cardigan, it started out as a no frills cardigan. Yes, yeah, by Petite Knit. And then I put it down for a really long time, and I went back to it, and I didn't know where I was, and everything was wrong. So I had to just take the needles out, and so I had like a button band and like 10 rows or something of where I'd started the raglans, and I just left it, and I started this, and then I had to go. I was running out of yarn, and I had to knit from the button band of the. I was using it basically as a sock blank instead of ripping it out. I was knitting from that. And so then I went to do this, and I still had a tiny little bit of the fingering weight. So that's like the first few rows there. And then I ran out of that. I was really running out of yarn on this project. And so then like 3/4 of this is fingering and mohair together with the gray, because that was the rest of the button band from the first attempt.
Well, hey, it's a memories blanket.
Because I wasn't gonna
idea, right?
I wasn't gonna separate it. And then this one is, I'm making a half and half wrap. And I finished the first color, and so this is the first color of that.
You can see that half and half wrap on her podcast.
On my podcast, yeah.
What's it called?
Stitches Be Slippin'.
Like your Instagram.
On YouTube, yeah. There's a new episode coming soon in the next few days, but I'm working on it. And I have one more new cast on if you...
Sure.
Yep.
You love it.
Let's see it.
The other day, Over the Moon Yarn posted a hat that someone had made, or maybe she had made, and it was like a speckled color held together with mohair. Let me see if I can find it, because I was like, oh, this is exactly what you can do.
Oh, I saw that picture
yes.
too. I liked it.
This is exactly what you can do if you have like that one you had, like a speckled skein that you had to buy. You don't know what to do with.
But it was so beautiful.
But it was
you had
so
to buy it.
beautiful.
These single skein projects are brilliant for stuff
And
like
then
that.
you just find a mohair that goes with it. And I was like, I have to make one of those immediately. So this is one of those skeins that was like, this is Polka Dot Creek. This is called Lilac Bush.
I'm not sure if we have any, but it'll be coming back in the summer.
I checked on the website and it said we have sock sets, I think, in this color. And then I had this.
Ooh.
This is like, shoot. It's this I got from Stash a long time ago when I was trying to make something else. It's called Uma, and it's Surrey and mohair and silk.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of like, yeah. So I just started it last night. So this is just, it's a top down. So you start with like the circular magic loop sort of cast on, but it's going to be very pretty. And this is a little
That's cute too.
ocean loops, mermaid tail.
Looks like ocean loops.
Yeah.
Cute. It's gonna be really pretty.
It is gonna, yeah. It's just a little baby whip.
Cool.
Oh, and the pattern is, what's it called? I think it said on that picture, the iris hat is by Sari Nordland. This is, I think, page 2 or 3. I don't print all the pages.
Yeah.
We don't need them all. But I love that. Show that picture again. The mohair is what's purple, right?
The mohair is purple.
And then the fingering is
And the
speckle.
fingering is the like
And look
speckle.
how it knits out.
Because sometimes when you knit with just a speckle, it kind of pools, maybe, especially on a smaller circular project. And this just, it evens it all out and makes it so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's really beautiful.
Who knew it would look like that when you
Yeah.
put those together, right?
Beautiful.
Okay. It is March 29th, we said, right?
It is.
We have very exciting things coming up. We have had a lot of things already.
We're busy.
Yes. So the first thing that's coming up is this weekend, April 1st is Saturday. It is our pre-order for our advent calendar.
Advent Day!
Big deal.
We have 6 different advents coming out.
It's a lot of advents.
I am going to post them on the website as soon as I'm done this. They are going to say sold out
Until they're available.
until they are available.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be able to read them all and see which one you like the best You can see the prices. They are 10% off, all of them. They're all 10% off until April 30th. So I don't feel like you have to go rush by this weekend. Those pre-orders, we've already picked the numbers. We're dyeing that many. So they will be available until they're sold out.
So do rush if you want one.
Yeah, but we have a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But read the listings carefully.
Yes.
Because there are different bases. There are like
Yes.
same bases but different sizes. Some are 10 grams, some are 20 grams.
Some are 12, some are 24, some are 31 days.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're very excited because they're going to be so much fun to make. We love to dye the yarns.
Yeah.
And then we're going to spend the summer packaging them all.
Getting it all ready. Yeah. Making them all.
It's going to take all summer.
I think I spit on you.
Whoops. I'm okay.
I thought you were
You might not be-
going to say dyeing them, but then you said packaging them, and I just remembered like the factory
It was
packaging
bad.
back
If you
there
go back to my
last year.
Instagram,
You can
scroll
see.
back to last, I think June or July, I
I
think.
think it was July. I wasn't here.
I
Yeah.
wasn't either. I think I was on holidays. Conveniently,
that
we
was
were both
very,
on holidays.
yeah.
Jeremy came home for his a week or 2 weeks off. He works out of town all the time. And I got all the teenagers and my kids, and we lined up the tables and
Hey guys,
made all
guess
the
what
boxes.
we're doing?
1 million boxes on the table.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, it's dyeing the yarn is the fastest
It's
part.
the
Yeah.
easiest, fastest, funnest part.
And then, so last year our advents were in boxes, mini little boxes that you were in a big box. Making those mini boxes almost broke me. And I didn't
Yeah.
even do that many. Like the kids and all them took over and they had their little system going and they did a great job.
Yeah,
I was
they
still
did.
kind of working the front and going back and forth. But this year I decided that it was too much work. Plus it costs a lot of money, those
Yeah,
little
and
boxes.
it's a lot of packaging.
It is a lot of packaging. Yeah.
So this year for one of our advents, okay, so last year we got together with 24 other Canadian dyers and we made a advent. They were all 20 gram skeins. There was 25 days. And the theme was the Grinch movie. So every year we're going to do a different Christmas movie. Last year it was the Grinch. So we give free reign to all of the dyers. I just show them a couple inspiration pictures or they can pick their own. It really doesn't matter. I want it to be something that they wanted to make. I didn't plan it at all. I don't want it to be a fade. I just want everyone to show their personalities and their dye techniques and how they do it. And I want it to just be a reflection of everybody.
Yeah, which is kind of the idea, right?
Yeah.
When you're going to get everybody together,
Yeah.
you want to see
How
what
they do
everyone
it.
has to offer.
Yeah,
and
because
that's
everybody's
kind of-
awesome. So
It's really
Yeah.
interesting because
It's-
lots
it
of them you
really
can be
is.
like, well, that's Lillian Pine and
Yes.
that's like
Yeah.
because
the
everyone,
very
some people have a
distinctive dye
a
styles.
distinctive
Yeah,
style
they
colors.
do,
Yeah,
which is awesome. And
that's kind of what my
the
point
idea.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I can pick ours out, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year the Canadian Christmas countdown came with a pattern I designed. It was a cowl. It's available on Ravelry still, and so
Great for minis if you have lots of minis.
Yes.
yeah, and these take about 10 grams each section.
Yeah.
So you can use leftovers, or if you have a 12-day calendar, we're going to offer some 12-day calendars. You can knit this double cowl too with 12 20 grams. But this calendar, this was for the Grinch one last year. It was 25 colors, so we have leftovers. Krista knit this for us for a sample. So like I know right away where we started, what day one was. And this was day one, and it was Yarn Habit. So like I can remember a lot of these dyers because I stared at their yarn every day that they came in the mail or dropped off or whatever.
That was
and,
such a that's such a fun
that was
part of
so
it. Is
fun.
like, oh, they're here. What's it look like? And
Open
you
it
get to
up, open
the
it up.
package
Yeah.
and yeah. see
So
what they
these
came
are
up
all
with.
the different dyers. Whatever they wanted to do. They picked a quote or a scene from the movie and dyed what they wanted. This one
That one's ours.
is ours.
Yeah.
Shocking, right? But like, look at how
Was
awesome
this
they are.
one Things Created Equal? Or was she in it?
Yeah, she was in it.
That just looks like Things Created Equal to
does
me.
For some reason, I think that's brine.
Brian?
Remember, I don't have the paper in front of me. I know that this one was, I'm pretty sure this was Neat Nick.
I think so.
I think this was Lillian Pine.
Yeah.
Because it's bright, kind of neon-y. Yeah. So, look how fun that is, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And it was so fun working it up and seeing what.
And all the different stitch patterns.
Yeah.
And you can do this with...
this one was my mom's. I remember.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can do this one with like 12 colors and make it shorter.
Yeah,
Or
one
if
loop.
you don't want like a big long
one?
one, or you can like do as many as you want, really.
I think this one is Candace from Mary Margaret Fibers.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Dude, she's my cousin. Did you know that? We can't help it. It's in our blood, people. Yeah. So this year, our Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Best Christmas movie of all time.
We can't stop with the quotes. It's so funny. So we have 24 dyers this year, including me and my mom, and then 22 other people. And then the 25th is not a yarn. It is a bag.
An amazing bag.
Which I meant to get. Do we still have
Do you
a
know
bag?
where
I
it
think so.
is?
Yep.
By So Shannon. It is the coolest bag. I found this fabric online at Spoonflower. Don't steal it. I think I ordered it all. Don't worry. It's gone. And Shannon agreed to make us all the bags.
She ordered 1,000 meters of yarn.
Came on rolls.
Or of
like
fabric.
this.
Of fabric. It came on like giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shannon's known for her wire-framed doctor-style bags.
Yeah.
So she's making all the bags for them. So what we're doing is we're going to take all the minis, we're going to wrap them up and put a sticker on them so you know what day to open, but they're all going to be housed in this bag, and then we're going to ship this bag full of yarn to you. Rather than all the little boxes and all the tedious little work, we're just going to wrap them up
I
as
love
they
it.
come in, and you're going to have a bag full of minis.
No, you cannot buy the advent separate from the bag. The bag comes with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full stop.
When she's done making them, if she has fabric left over and if she is not sick and tired, she might make more bags, but let's just get through
We'll
what
cross
we have
that
to
bridge
get
when we
through.
get to it. Yeah.
So this is the bag.
it is so
Look at the
cute.
people on the bag. Oh my god.
Oh, I meant to tell you on my commute yesterday. Pretty sure I saw
That car?
identical. It was
Oh my god.
like pulling out of a
That's
back road, so
awesome.
it was sitting there as I'm driving up to it, and I'm like, oh no, it is. It was so funny. Wood paneling and all.
So yeah, there's the RV.
And the dried out turkey.
Yeah.
And Clark with his hat on and his moose cup.
His moose cup.
There's a
There's
squirrel
Eddie.
on here somewhere. The squirrel's on there. There's
Oh, yeah,
a
is it?
squirrel.
Yeah. I know, look.
And the cat that gets electrocuted.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And there's Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. So
Can we tell them what day we're doing? Or which scene we're doing?
did we decide?
I thought you claimed it like day one from the moment of conception.
Oh. Sure. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Maybe we'll talk about this later.
Like another conversation.
I have a lot of things going on here. I can't keep them all straight. Okay, this is the inside. So it's like all, you know,
Christmas light.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has a little pocket in there.
Yep.
So these
And
are
a vinyl bottom, which is always
yes,
nice.
always good.
Classic
Oh,
Shannon
it's the
right
best.
there.
So it opens up and you can knit right out of it. It's kind of like a yarn bowl.
It's the best.
They're
It's the best
so-
idea to
Oh.
have like your advent in the project bag.
It was
So you
friggin'
can knit your advent out of the
brilliant.
like yes.
Yeah.
So these are a limited number because I've already sent out all the information to the dyers on how many to make, and some of them probably have started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when those pre-orders are gone, they're gone. So, but for now, remember, they'll say out of stock until April 1st.
Yeah.
After April 1st, however many it says is however many it says. So
Yeah. They're just up so you can go and you can get the information.
Yeah.
Decide which one, or plural, which ones you want, so you can know that going
Yeah.
into
exactly.
their availability.
So for this Advent, the Canadian Christmas Countdown, Christmas Vacation, the pattern that you can get is this one, the same as last year. I don't have a new pattern for it, but they're available on Ravelry if you want them anyway.
Yeah.
Or you can knit whatever you want. There's just 24 mini skeins, fingering weight,
20 grams.
20 grams each. So, yes. You can, on the website, there'll be two options. You can pick one if you want a 50-gram skein, which is the white, for the white in between all these sections.
Yeah, just
If you want to knit this, you can pick that, and we'll add
as
it
an
in.
add-on. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't, then you don't have to. But
Yeah.
yes, this is the cowl. So it's a long cowl for the 25 days, but you can make it, 6 if you want to only do like,
Yeah. You can make it whatever size
cozy
you
one
want.
like this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cozy damp.
It is a little damp. But, so that was our last year's. We have one over there too that's in solid colors and it looks really pretty too. So
Mhm.
And the rainbow fade from the
oh yes,
other
from the
advent.
Advent
Yes.
from a couple years ago. Yeah,
So good.
that one's in the back, I think.
But wait, there's more Advents.
Okay, so
many.
Canadian Christmas Countdown.
Yeah.
That one's that one. We have a 12 Days of Christmas speckled. So you can not have to pay as much money, or if it's not in your budget for a big one, you'll get a 12-day one. It's
And those are 20s?
20 gram skeins still again. And so you can still knit quite a bit with 12, 20 gram. Like you can make this count.
Yeah.
And you can make it double.
Yeah.
Because it only takes 10 grams to do each
Yeah.
section. So you can
Double
repeat.
your colors.
And can you add a 50 gram onto any of
I think so.
those?
I think
Yeah.
you can. Yeah. So there's the 12 days speckled and the 12 days solid. So depending what you like, can you grab that one?
Yeah.
So you can see what the solid looks like. The solid one last year was these colors that Krista's going to grab our cowl. That our friend Andrea, who sample knits a lot for us, knit this for us. These were the solid colors from the 12 Days of Christmas last year. So yeah, it's pretty too.
Yeah, it is.
So you can see like the patterns really show really nice with solid yarn.
Mhm.
And the
Keep in mind, tonal, not totally solid.
yes.
Yeah, tonals.
And so you can see the separator section a little bit better being
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
a tonal.
That really pops.
Yeah. Versus these.
And the texture.
Some of these with
of
the
some of
lighter
them.
color, you can't really see them.
Yeah.
You just get to see a speckle here. But it's still pretty. It's just a
Mhm.
different effect, that's all. Okay, so that's 3 calendars. Number 4 is a Notions Advent calendar. The boxes are supposed to come today. The other half of them,
Ooh.
I don't know. And they're like a traditional open up the little door, like to get your chocolate. But they'll be Christmas themed stitch markers, stitch stoppers, and stitch cords. Because I am collaborating with Jessie. Jessie that works here is also Hissy Knits on Instagram. So she does a lot of the cords for putting your sleeves on hold or whatever. She is working, we're splitting it. So I'm doing half stitch markers. I've got them already purchased and coming. And she's working on the stitch stoppers and cords and everything else. So
The other stuff.
you'll have lots of fun things to open.
That'll be a fun one.
They're gonna be really cute.
Yeah.
So that was how many? 4? Oh yes, so that's 4, number 4.
Yeah.
Number 5 is, you know how we love to do our yarn bouquets? We're gonna make a Christmas one, and it's gonna be all one-of-a-kind colors again. We make a lot of Christmas yarn bouquets every year, but this one we're gonna try and do something totally different. And there's gonna be 24, read the listing, 24 I think. I think it's 24 10 gram minis and full skein of yarn so that you can knit anything you want, but I will be including my patterns for ornaments. So I have a little ornament pattern on Ravelry that's a stocking, a mitten, and a sweater. That's why I bought the I-cord knitter, because I'm gonna knit them and then I'm gonna hang them on my I-cord
Mhm.
for a little, and
Little garland.
Garland,
Like a
yes,
garland.
that's what it's for.
Yes.
So that's number 5. Number 6 is a DK Advent, but see, I use the term Advent loosely. I say Advent because everybody says Advent, so you know what's it's kind of going to be. But this is a 31-day one, so this will take you from December 1st all the way to New Year's Eve. You get 31 20 gram DK minis. They're all tonals. They're all beautiful. I'm working on a blanket pattern so you can knit them with it. This one comes with 3 skeins of DK natural for the separator sections. I always have separator sections. I don't know why. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on.
Style.
I guess. I'll show you what I've been working on so far. I've got the pattern all written out now. I'm just testing it, and then Krista's going to test it for me too. And she has a whole lineup
There's
of
a
minis
long line of GK minis over there.
on the other side of the table because she's going to do hers in different colors because why not? We sell DK minis, open stock. I think we have, I don't know,
A lot.
50 some colors over
Yeah.
there that you can buy anytime usually. We're kind of sold out on a few. We got to get going on that. But
Yeah, it's a little sparse at the moment, but
so if you have your own DK minis or you want to hold fingering double for your sections, you totally can. No problem. This takes almost exactly like 18 grams each section. So if you plan on knitting this pattern yourself, make sure that your gauge is kind of close to mine so that you don't run out of yarn. Because then you'll be sad and I'll be sad.
And the pattern comes with the Advent.
Mhm. So this is my blanket for every day is a different color that you open up, obviously, like an advent, and every day you have a different section to knit. Now, with a separating section in between. Now, there is a rest section in between each pattern section where it's just stockinette stitch. Oh, look at all my ends hanging. So, you see this one is a pattern one, and then this one is just
There's pattern and texture, and then stockinette.
I really like the garter stitch on the side,
border.
so you don't have to do a border.
And yes, and I did it so that, okay, so the first one, let me show you here. See how when you change colors you get that? That's no good. I don't like that. So you have to kind of pay attention to when you're changing colors so that you don't get this. I designed
It's
it
all
so you
in
don't.
the pattern.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you get this nice little edge on this, each side is like that, and then you have the whole section in between. But yes, you'll have a pattern section, a plain section, a pattern section, a plain section.
And so
All
on
are
and so
different
forth.
colors. Yeah.
It's
I'm
gonna
on
be
section.
so soft and squishy. The DK is so
DK
nice.
is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I usually knit with fingering because I like to knit socks and stuff, but
Mhm.
and my blankets. But oh my goodness, this DK. So I've just finished section 13. I'm on section 14, and I've used a whole skein of DK natural for all the separator parts. So that's why you'll have 3. So because it's 31 sections. Yeah. So if you find that when you get to the end of the 31 sections and you want it longer, you can purchase any of our DK colors, open stock, and keep going if
Carry
you like.
on.
Yep. If you want totally mindless, like none of these sections are hard, because I'm an easy knitter, I don't do anything hard. You can knit them all plain if you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
You
them.
don't have to do the
If you
lacy
really like how
textures.
this looks, you can do that every single section if you want. You can do whatever you want. That's what I like to do. Whatever I want. So, there you go. So that is our last, that's our 6th one. So we have Canadian Christmas Countdown, 12 days of speckled, 12 days of tonal solid, Notions calendar, our yarn bouquet,
DK.
garland
And the DK.
one, and then the DK one. And of course there are way other more patterns on Ravelry to knit DK blankets, but
Yeah.
I get a lot of people that always ask, well, what am I going to make with that?
Yeah.
So I decided.
Here's an option.
This is why I designed this cowl last year.
Yeah, same thing.
So we had a pattern to go with it, something different. And then this is going to be our pattern. So, yeah.
Cool.
It's my favorite right now. It's my favorite thing. So I am just going through my recipe and making sure I got everything right. Yes.
Cool.
So midnight, 12:01 a.m., April 1st is when they will all be available. Actually, I am not going to be up at midnight.
on
So
a Friday?
Yes, you will.
I have to work on Saturday.
Oh, today. No, I'm not.
I'll be knitting my blanket.
You know.
So when I go to
Long
bed, probably like 10 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. Is that where we
Yeah,
are? Daylight
something
now?
like that.
You can search Calgary time
Most,
zone or whatever
yeah.
it is. Yeah. I will put it all active on the website. All the numbers will be right. And then if you want to get a head start, go for it. But April 1st, they will definitely all be available for you.
You don't have to wait up till midnight. You'll probably be fine to get up at your normal time on Saturday.
You will definitely be fine.
We have
And
lots.
you'll be
Don't
fine.
worry. Don't panic. I don't want to create panic.
Yeah.
No.
I just want to let you know when they are available. I have a lot of questions, especially when the website says out of stock. Then
Yeah, there's been a lot of people
are
confused.
confused.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So, and there are 10% off until April 30th. And on some of these, like the DK one's going to be fairly pricey because it's 31
It's a lot of
minis
yarn. Yeah.
plus 3 full skeins plus a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is like $300 and some dollars. So you're saving a good almost $40
Mm-hmm.
for the 10% off for the beginning,
Yeah.
for the month of April. So
For the month
it's
of
worth
April,
it
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Totally.
So all of the other advents will not be in boxes either. I'm not doing boxes. I've got cute little mailer envelopes and tissue and stickers that I'm just going to wrap them up. It's going to save on shipping. It's going to save, shipping is so
Yeah.
expensive. We all know that. So I'm trying to save shipping, packaging,
Yeah.
environment, work, everything.
All those
costs.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Talking about these.
Yes. One more thing before we go. It's Local Yarn Store Day, April 29th, the last Saturday in April. So we're gonna have a party again. We just had a party for our 2nd anniversary, but whatever.
It's always a party.
We like treats and yarn and a sale, so whatever.
My
We're doing
son
it
really
again.
enjoyed the anniversary party. We
gave
were
him
on our
a
way
cupcake.
to a hockey game and we stopped in, and he was like, we should go to every anniversary party. That was actually pretty fun.
Your friends are cool. So for local yarn store day, I am bringing back a colorway that I used to dye a long time ago. I haven't dyed it in years. I dyed it for our other local yarn store that we had called Willow and Wool. They closed last summer to do other things, and I used to dye this colorway just for them. That they could sell. I never sold it at their store. So we decided to bring it back for local yarn store day to celebrate. But we love them and we miss them. Hi, Michaela. Hi, Barb. How are you doing? I don't know if you watch this, but anyways, this was their colorway. I designed right when they opened.
It's so good.
Their walls were kind of this bluish color, maybe a little bit darker, and kind of had gray floors and stuff, and some brown accents because they built all of their furniture, most of their furniture, and stained it dark brown. So that's where I got all the colors from. So it's kind of a variegated. So depending on your stitch count, it could pool, just so you know. I don't normally dye yarn like that because that bothers me, but
It's so beautiful though.
It's
The
really
colors
pretty.
in it are so gorgeous.
and they're very soft, so I don't think you'll have to worry about pooling looking really weird with it. Plus it speckles on top of it, so it kind of breaks up that pooling effect that you might get. So it comes as a sock set, fingering. There will be single skeins available without the minis. We decided to be wild and crazy and knit a self-striping colorway
so good.
because it's so pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna
it
sell out
comes
so fast.
with a chocolate mini.
It's gonna sell right into
So,
my purse.
gonna jump right in. We made a few sets with my mom, bags.
Yes.
This is all
couldn't
her
match
fault.
any better.
She bought the
Fabric.
fabric first, and then we had to match it. And I'm like, this looks like willow yarn. So here's the bag. They're little sock sets that she makes. We have several of them in our store, paired with our yarn. The inside is beautiful. Could easily be the outside and this be the inside. I
I
like
think
that.
she
has
has
some like
that
that.
on the outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. But they are not on our website.
Yeah, you gotta come in.
You gotta come in, or email her, or message her on Etsy.
Yeah.
She's Creek Gardens Crafts on Etsy. I don't know. She might have some in her store. I'm not sure, but her name's Penny. She's my mom, and you can ask her because there's some over there. You could even email me. I'm sure I could work something out. She works tomorrow, Thursday morning.
Yes.
We'll get her working. So this is the bag. It's a little sock sack.
They're a great size.
They go really good in your purse or in your bag or throw in the car seat, and it doesn't take up any room, but you can take your sock with you, your whip. And it will come with these 50 gram and a 20 gram.
Make some socks.
Yeah. So these won't be available until that weekend, April 29th, in store and online. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up. We are starting to dye them and get them ready now. So yeah, I think we did a double run of these because sometimes when we dye them,
we just know.
and then we want them.
Yeah.
So if we all take one, there's not many left.
Sorry, everyone.
And we
gotta
know
do
that
another
we're
run.
gonna
Hold on.
sell awesome when we all want one.
Yeah.
Because we all have different tastes, right? So they're pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah. So shout out to our other local yarn store that we used to have, but we're gonna celebrate you and us this weekend. Next, no,
Nope. 29th.
29th, sorry.
A few weekends from now.
I forgot to show my project bag that I have my little hat in, and it is worth a mention because she is an amazing maker. This is called her business is called Her Leather Co. I don't know if you can see that on the tag. She has her own website called Her Leather Co. I think it's either .ca or .com. But this is all leather, and it is so soft, and it is the perfect size.
It's a
it
nice little
has
bucket,
like
eh?
a big pocket on the outside,
Stands up.
a couple of pockets on that side. Yeah, and when you're working from it, it just sits there,
Just sits there.
open. You
Perfect.
knit out of it, and it's got
soft but sturdy.
it's got
And I mean, look how beautiful that is.
more
Like,
pockets on the inside. This is she is so
Simple
talented.
and beautiful.
She has lots of beautiful leather things.
yes, she does.
This is I think there's a I can't remember if it's small and medium or medium and large, but this is the smaller one. And I have the bigger one too. It's perfect for, this is perfect for like 2 or 3 skeins, and the bigger one is perfect for obviously bigger. But
And I have a little bit smaller one that just fits your
like
sock
little
length.
yarn. She has like, there, she calls them yarn bowls or something.
And
I
it's
think.
silver
yeah.
and sparkly.
Yeah.
Those ones are really nice.
It's beautiful.
And she's like the kindest, sweetest, nicest person.
She
Hi,
is.
Alyssa, if you watch.
She's local to us. She's
Yeah.
in Calgary.
Yeah, she's
She
very
comes
sweet.
to all our festivals.
And oh yes, she's coming to our next festival. So we have another thing coming up. So on June 10th is our next Creekside Yarn Festival. It's our 5th year this year, so we're having a second one to have another party because that's what we do. We are designing a very special colorway again for Worldwide Knit and Public Day because it's that day too. So at our festival, we're having a whole brand new line of colors coming out for summer, and then we're going to have this colorway come out, and it's going to be caked up in a project bag with a stitch marker and stitch stoppers. Is that it? And so bring your needles. We will also have some needles for sale because we sell Chago needles too. And then we're going to sit and knit in the afternoon because it's Worldwide Knit and Public Day, and we're just going to have a party and knit. So you can cast on with us. We're having knit along for this sock. You can make mittens with it. You can make whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
We are going to make socks, and we're going to
I don't like making socks anymore.
maybe she'll make socks. Maybe she'll crank them.
Maybe.
Maybe she'll have mittens. I don't know. Anyways, maybe she can think of something cool.
I'm still working on my mystery socks from New Year's that I cranked and still or no, I didn't. I was gonna
You're
hand
actually
knit
knitting
them.
those ones.
Right.
You're still knitting on yours too. Right?
I started the second one though. First one's done.
If you want to see them finished,
Oh,
our
I
New
have one
Year's
that's done.
Cheers to New Year's colorway, that was a mystery. If you watch Forest City Knit Girls on YouTube here, they have a podcast. They're Canadian podcasters. They knit theirs and showed them on their just last podcast they did, and they look really good.
It was a beautiful color.
I didn't knit them. I took the sample home, so I'm going to make them mine
in my purse.
out of the sample, but yeah. So anyways, so the knit along for this special colorway for Worldwide Knit and Public Day will start that day, June 10th. So you can pre-order them May 1st. So if you're not local to us, you can pre-order them. You can cast them on same day, anywhere in the world. You can cast them on whenever you want, but don't show the spoiler pictures until June 10th. For the rest of us that are local that are going to be starting that day.
It's gonna be fun.
And then the knit along will be closed, and we will announce winners on August 1st. So I want you to post them to Instagram after June 10th. You can, it doesn't have to be finished. It's just as you're working on them. If you're somewhere knitting Worldwide Knit and Public Day with your friends, post a picture, tag us with the hashtag knitwithPDC. That's going to be our hashtag. We're going to draw the prizes from, and they're going to be gift cards to the store. We'll talk about that more getting closer to it, but
That's not till June.
yeah. Anyways,
There's my one done.
it's nice.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a cute little sock.
So this one we
Sorry.
did for New Year's.
Yeah, this was our-
It's a 50-gram main skein, and we had 3 10-gram mini skeins that
And
were
they're-
sparkly.
They're sparkly, but you can't really.
It's hard to see on camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit there. Yeah.
A little bit.
These are your Costco knitting, isn't it?
Yeah. When I'm in line at Costco, I work on these
So
socks.
pretty.
It's kind of the only time.
Yeah.
Because this is only as far as the second one. It's just a little
Yeah, it's
baby.
there.
It's the baby.
So our inspiration for these was champagne, sparkly dresses, stuff like that. So they're like actually 4 speckled stripes.
I love the subtle changes between the stripes.
I like your little detail you have there. That looks nice.
Nice little garter ridge.
What kind of
something
heel
or
are you using?
other. That is a short row heel.
That you like to use a lot?
That I always use. Mostly because I'm lazy, so I do toe up.
I do like toe up too. I haven't done toe up a lot lately.
I've
been doing
less
cuff down.
ends to weave in at the end of it, right?
I like
That's
the cast on. If you do cuff down, I like how this looks rather than
Binding it off at the end.
yes,
Yeah.
when you're doing toe up. But yours looks nice.
And you did twisted rib. Look at you.
I always do actually.
It's really nice. And it's really stretchy. You did good.
Yeah, that's I do Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, except I don't
Oh, yes. We
I
talked
don't
about
wrap
this.
every stitch. I wrap every
Yeah.
other one.
I did a pair, I think it was my Halloween ones. I did every one, and it was But
Yeah.
those Halloween socks were from our Halloween advent, so those socks are like super long, so it's kind of like calf.
Yeah.
So it's
like
good to have
mid-calf.
yeah.
You need a little extra
They're slouchy
stretch.
socks, so that was really
Long
good.
tail I have going here. Not really sure why that's so long. Oh, because I did a ruffle and it was
Oh yeah,
hideous,
Oh, yeah.
and so I
decided to
it
take
was
it out.
terribly
But
ugly.
they look nice. We'll be doing another Cheers to New Year's this year too.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah,
I
it
really
was.
liked doing that.
Yeah. We did. That's our second year. We did one the year before too.
I love the sparkle minis. They're so.
It's fun
So
for New
good.
Year's, right?
It's just a little extra, yeah.
Every time we put sparkle in the pants back here, it's like all of us are like, ooh.
Ooh.
And I have gold sparkle coming. So we're gonna have some gold and silver sparkle and all sorts of good stuff. So
Excited to see
look
that.
for that. Okay, well,
What is that?
Ooh, an
did
hour.
good. It's time. Oh yeah, it's time to open the door. So we should go before
There's
someone
a
comes
huge
in.
lineup out there. We gotta let all the people in.
The crowds are getting rowdy. We need to fix this up.
Parking lot is kind of full though.
Yeah.
It always is on
On a
a Wednesday. I
Wednesday.
don't know
I
what's
don't know.
going on out
Yeah.
there.
What happens in some of the other places, but it's a really nice sunny day though. But we have yarn to wash.
Yep.
We are dyeing for our summer fun colors.
Yep.
And I have one that was kind of complicated.
I dreamt about it all night.
Did
Actually.
you? We started it yesterday. We did 2 of the colors yesterday, and we got to go finish the other 2 colors today of the self striping. Nope, 3 colors. It's 5 colors. If you see my
5 colors.
if you see my Instagram
And
today,
one natural stripe.
It's awesome though.
you see my Instagram post
Can't wait
today,
for
which
it.
is March 30th or 29th again.
We
You'll
haven't
see
been
it.
podcasting for that long. It's not the next day yet.
It's been 3 weeks though since we last podcast. It was time. But you can go on my Instagram, Polka Dot Creek on Instagram, and go see what I was talking about. It looks like a rigmarole. It kind of is, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool when we're done.
It is gonna be so cool. I'm very excited for that one.
We have yarn to wash, we have yarn to finish dyeing, and we have more yarn to dye. So we are gonna go now. If you have any questions, leave them down below or email me at polkadotcreekyarn@gmail.com. And yeah. Oh, there's no coupon code that you need for the sale of the Advents. They're automatically
it's an
discounted.
automatic.
So I should have said that earlier, but we're kind of all over the place, like the yarn mountain here.
What do you mean?
That's how I roll. Right?
Never.
Okay, well,
Never.
we're gonna go. You guys have a good day, have a good weekend. Spring is coming. I think it's almost here.
I hope so.
No more.
What's that whole March? It came in with like a lion, so it's supposed to go out like a lamb. Come on.
Come on, man.
Come
You
on.
like lambs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. Well,
Let's do
thanks for watching. Thanks for joining.
Happy
See you
knitting.
guys.
Thank
Happy
you.
knitting. Bye.
Bye.